Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull another car early because I still gotta do these many more reviews, and I think I'm definitely gonna get out of here next week. I was speaking to the one guy yesterday, and he said like this winter here in Denver, Colorado, he got frostbite. So that was like, yeah, I definitely gotta get up out of here. I shouldn't have it shouldn't be tough getting out of here. But if I don't make money, that might be a problem. That might get me stuck someplace for the winter. And I would like to be up in Oregon and Seattle for the winter. Though, you know, it gets cold there, but I still want to challenge it. And yeah, he said he got frostbite and it messed up his toes. So I was like, I can't stay. That's like, yeah. I figure like if I have to hitchhike, though it's not that drastic right now, I would, because that would be fun, I think. Anyway, The Lovers, so that was like a good one. So if it has anything to do with like my meaning, what I was thinking about it today, which was like purpose and what's the purpose of this world we're in, I'm gonna find it out. But lovers usually is like a partnership. When I was listening to something about the fool's journey, it's like the fool comes across this person who isn't the most attractive person that he's ever saw, but he resonates so well with the person that it doesn't matter. And maybe I like explained that wrong, but I got it. It's like he resonated with the person, and so usually lovers is talking about a partnership, maybe a marriage, or just a business partnership. It doesn't really need to be romantic, but it also speaks about the dual nature, or the yin and the yang being balanced. And I guess the fool finally come to like balance that out. So I'll look up more stuff. This is Angel Raphael, and this is the guardian of the air. And so lovers is connected to the air suit, and it's ruled by Gemini. So like the balance of the yin and the yang, and then also the angel, the divine masculine represents the conscious mind, our everyday mind, and then the woman represents the subconscious mind. So that's like our hidden desires, or the things that we do that we aren't too aware of. And then the angel represents our spiritual mind, and that's interesting because I do feel like we have this underlying essence that isn't really tampered with by anything in the external or internal. It's like some things like we just can't help but be and think and feel like deep down, and I would think that'd be the spirit, and I don't really believe in reincarnation, but like reincarnation just seems to be like it must have come from someplace else, because no matter how much you try to tame it or control it, it's like out of your control, or at least that's how I feel. And I feel like when you try to control it, it creates more problems, like that essence of within. I thought that was interesting. So this is the sun, and that's like the God consciousness. And then the person pointed out how the man is focused on the woman, and the woman is focused on the angel. So that was interesting, because usually like in our conscious, sometimes we like look to the subconscious and like your hidden desires, but the subconscious is more focused on the spiritual. And so that's interesting, because I feel like whenever I try to suppress my subconscious, it's usually like how I was saying, like this underlying like essence that is like out of our control. I do definitely feel like my subconscious is more tapped into that than my conscience, because my conscience is usually dictated by societal things and also upbringing, environmental things. Like I control myself and, you know, alter my way of being depending on situations and people that I'm around, where the subconscious and the spiritual is always pretty much gonna be the same. So yeah, it being like a card about romance, it can be, but it's also the union within yourself, with the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, and yeah, like coming to that marriage and that union. And then it could be about the imbalance too, but that's probably more reverse. And that marriage, you would know like what it would be referring to based on what's going on in your life and what do you feel internally. So with the question that I asked, this definitely resonates more to it than the Nine of Pentacles, but I'm gonna look up some more interpretations.
I feel like there's
okay, with it being like two people coming together, deciding to be on the same path, opposites attracting, and how much we're attracted to our opposites, and how our opposites usually are something like it shows something that we lack or something that we try to suppress, and so that's sometimes why we're attracted to things that are like different from us, because it like it may like show us things that we want to express but we tend to suppress. And then the angel, it's like everything coming together. It was saying the mountain popping up out of the ground might show the passion of this this union. The snake symbolizes like intelligence coming into the physical realm, and then this burning bush also may symbolize the passion. So reverse is maybe things like falling apart, that when this was people coming together, or you know, this is like people coming apart, realizing like you're not compatible, or you know, just going your separate ways. Yeah, just the falling apart of this that was together. This, I don't know, it's about opposites, but somehow the opposites are so much needed that they're able to do stuff together. Where this, you know, it's opposites, but it's not compatible, so it came apart. So yeah, well, this was like almost like codependency, like one person has something that the other person doesn't have, and this one is like different opinions and different views and not able to come together on the such different views and things. So anyway, lovers, I hope that helps. Okay, have a good one. Well, if you continue to watch this, it's nothing about the lovers really, so alright. So this morning I had did a video saying that I was hoping to pull a card dealing with these feelings of dissociation, but then I stumbled across a psychology video dealing with Jungian theories and Jungian beliefs. And this one psychologist, I think he would be a psychologist, but he, I guess, practiced Jungian philosophy or beliefs or whatever you would call it, but now he sees the flaws in it, and how all of those things need to be updated. And it's kind of sad to hear, because I was really gung-ho about Jungian, because Jungian like thoughts or his ideas are very creative, and I think I also have heard like a lot of creative people tend to like resonate with those ideas. But anyway, he was saying that dissociation is a common occurrence in people in modern society because we're so disconnected from nature and our past and each other. So I guess it's common that people feel so like disconnected from reality, but people don't really want to talk about it because in order to talk about it, you have to question how modernization is a cause of it, and no one wants to really challenge that. So that was nice. Like, I don't know, I just stumbled across it, so that was like kind of synchronicity. And so luckily, like, even though I pulled the Nine of Pentacles and I was hoping that the Nine of Pentacles would like give me a solution to this feeling, to lead me into a direction, I was thinking about pulling another card, but then I stumbled across that. And it was also talking about how creativity and fantasy, it could be a tool to help us, but then it also is a tool, or it could be a tool to like damage us, or like keep us in a fictitious kind of state of being, which I can definitely see, because me, myself, and I've heard others use art and fantasy as a way to escape in fantasy fiction. But it was also talking about how there is a difference between the two. So fantasy and then imagination. So fantasy, like, I can get like why there's a difference, but though the lines are kind of blurred, but how imagination is like creativity, but fantasy is escapism. But I guess both of them can be escapism, but maybe they didn't. That's not really what I was getting from it, but I just feel like it can be, because I get so caught up in like creating that I feel like I am disconnected from reality. But it's what helps me. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know, I was gonna speak more about it in that video that I pulled the Nine of Pentacles, because I was like, I knew the cards were going to give me an answer, but then they gave me that answer and I didn't really get what that had to do with what I was asking, though it was helpful. And then it kind of took me, well, the psychology video kind of took me on a path of looking up something about, the powers of self. And so yeah. But even if we weren't like caught up in the modern world, I still wonder, like, what is this like world we're in? Like, why are we here? And I think, like, yeah, if we were in like hunter-gatherer, environments, we would have so much to do that we probably wouldn't even, be so caught up in trying to survive that we wouldn't have any time to think about those things. But since like survival now is so simple, like, it's not that hard to survive. So now your mind can wonder like more about the bigger picture of things. And so I don't know which one is like, I don't know if it's, I guess it's not like bad, because coming close to like having the time to wonder could help us get closer to what is the meaning of it all, though part of me feels like there will never be a indefinite answer to what is the meaning, but you can just keep wondering. I think like maybe death could be the answer. Like, once we die, maybe we'll figure it out, but I don't know. But anyway, all right. Maybe I'll pull another card too, just to, because the spiritual meaning behind Nine of Pentacles, I don't know. It was just yeah, it didn't really help me. So anyway.